first tip is keeping it local. It's great to be able to travel to beautiful places, maybe even where you might even be guaranteed some wildlife. But if you invest time in a place, you will get rewarded, and that's a lot easier if somewhere's on your doorstep, ideally somewhere that you can even walk to. Also, by spending a lot of time in a place, you get to understand it, you get used to it, you know your way around, and the weather forecast isn't always right. So if you have got somewhere on your doorstep, you can look just out the window. If the conditions are better than predicted, you can dash out with a camera. So that's another good reason to keep it local. You'll be surprised. You might not have a beautiful place like I've got here, but if you live in a town or city, you'll be surprised what wildlife you can find on your doorstep, local park. So get out there, get exploring, and see what you can find. So tip number 2 is a trip without your camera, or where you don't get the camera out of the bag, is not a wasted trip. It's good to get used to a place, and by scanning the hedgerows, the walls, the posts, you're building up a memory bank. And then when there is that bird of prey sitting on that post, your mind will recognise that normal shape that you see has been broken by a subject sitting there. Hopefully you can then spot that at a distance, and that gives you the opportunity then to how you're going to approach your subject and get the shot. So just because you don't get a camera out of the bag, and there will be occasions where you won't get the camera out of the bag, doesn't mean it's a waste of time. You're building up that log in your head, and that opportunity to recognise when something is different. So third and final tip is getting to know your subject. Wildlife is pretty clever, they're not stupid, and rightly so, they're pretty worried of man, if you like. So get to know your subjects, whether it be a bird, a butterfly, a mammal. Understand how close you can get before that subject will not tolerate you and move off. Some subjects you'll be surprised how close they'll let you get. Others, like buzzards, they're pretty shy. They'll spot you from a long way off, and if they don't feel comfortable, they will go. So build up that log in your head of how close you can get to your subjects. Get used to your subjects, because you'll know how safe it is to approach before it's too close and then you can't get a shot. And I would always advise to try and get a shot. It's better to get a shot that's a bit, you may feel you're a bit far away, the subject's quite small in a frame, but you can crop in, but it's better to do that than to try and get too close and then your subject's gone and you haven't got any shot at all. So get used to the stuff that you're shooting, and get close to the nature.